Warning: some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised. Hi, pal number one. Welcome back to the channel. I'm doing, of course, the no contact and separation reading for those of you who want to know how the person on the other end feels about you. So this is for pal number one, those of you who felt called to pick the slow down sign. And I do have some channel messages I'm going to, you know, spell out for you guys before we start. And then I also have a whole spread here, and I'm just going to say whatever comes to mind, still channeling throughout the whole reading, okay? So some crazy things may come out, but I'm channeling your person here, all right? So pile number one, those of you who felt called to pick the slow down sign, first thing I wrote on your channel messages was abandonment, okay? And I'm also getting like alone again, all right? So someone has abandonment issues. Maybe you also have abandonment issues. This could be why you and this person were attracted to each other in the first place. You guys may both have that abandonment wound, all right? That could have stemmed from childhood. But also too, like afraid to be alone. Okay. So afraid to be alone. You feel afraid to be alone. Maybe you felt like a really good relationship or connection to this person. They're also afraid to be alone. Okay. So that's the first thing I wrote down. I wrote down also undeniable chemistry. So for pile number one, I feel like you and this person, your chemistry is off the charts. Like you guys in the same room is like about to combust, or there's like firework energy. Like don't get too close because I'm about to bust. Okay. So combustion, or just like very, very, like even radioactive, like there's effects to just being in the same room with each other. Being too close to each other can have negative effects, even though it feels good. So I don't know what that's about, but undeniable chemistry. Also, you guys could have met on a whim. So not when you were looking for anyone, not when they were looking for anyone. Could have been on a very random day. You and this person met on a whim, some way, somehow. Okay, everybody's story is different. Also, okay, I also wrote both weren't looking. Also, too, don't fall in love or don't fall in love with. Okay, so there's this energy of like, again, radioactive energy. You know, those bins where it's like toxic, or I don't know if this is like a UK candy. So maybe someone's from UK. I think there's like this UK candy that's like toxic waste. It's very sour. Okay, but there's something about like toxic, like I don't want to fall in love and don't fall in love with me. So there's definitely like this energy of someone feeling dangerous or feeling like toxic. I don't know. All right. So that's what I wrote. I also wrote back to back. Okay. So I feel like because you guys are called to slow down, that's literally your message from spirit, is like you guys move too fast. Something could have moved so quickly. Something could have been so chemistry driven that it moved really fast. I feel like back to back calls, back to back text messages. Also, back to back could be like I was dealing with someone that ended, and then I met you back to back. Okay, so something just happened way too fast. Also, intense and sexual. So I wrote intense sexual trauma. All right. Intense sexual trauma. Now, these are all, I wrote them with commas. So, intense is one word, sexual is one word, and then trauma is one word, but it almost feels like it can be a whole phrase. So, again, okay, I don't know. Sometimes, like, doing readings on YouTube for what I see is just too much, right? So I have to put like maybe a warning. Let me write that down. Let me put a warning in the beginning of this video. Warning, 18 plus. All right, everybody who's watching tarot should be 18 plus, by the way. If you're younger than 18, your brain is not even developed to really understand the deep messages of tarot. Not to say that you are incompetent, but you just may be, you may, if for, at least for my channel, you may want to be 18 plus. Okay, just saying. All right. All right, so intense. This was a very intense connection, chemistry driven. Sexual. This could have started off very sexual, very quick. Trauma. There's trauma that you and this person may have that brings combustion, but intense sexual trauma, it could also be one phrase. So for my adults watching, like whatever that means to you, whatever it means to them, if they never opened up about certain things, maybe this also could be. If you're confused about something, this could be it, okay? Intense sexual trauma. Very hard pill to swallow, but this is what I channeled, okay? My spirit guides gave me that message. Also, low down. So if you look at slow down, you'll see low down without the S. Okay, so low down. And I wrote fallout. So the way that you and this person fell out or stopped speaking was very low down. It was very low vibrational. It was very painful, very hurtful to you. Okay, so that's another thing I wrote down. Also, own. Okay, so like down without the D is own. Ownership. So someone has a business here. Okay. Someone also has a problem with their stuff. Like if they own something, their stuff could have been taken from them. So whether they were in a divorce and like their assets were taken from them, if this person had a storage because they were down on their luck, they were low down on their luck, that storage could have been cleared. Someone's stuff is like there's a difference. Someone has a lot of stuff here, okay? Ownership. Someone doesn't own much, okay? So there's a difference here that I'm seeing. All right. Home, assets. All right. Also S words, S words. So slow. So since I did low down, the S is I'm hearing the S is silent, but I'm also it's by itself. So S words. So sex, stuck, sick. Someone's sick, mentally sick, maybe. Okay. Someone could be physically sick. Someone could have a health ailment. Someone is stuck, feeling stuck in life. Sex also is something that is positive, but could have turned negative. Okay. Sudden endings, meeting this person all of a sudden. Okay. And then switch up. Someone switched up. All right. Red flags I wrote down. Warning. I feel like your spirit guides have warned you about this person before whatever happened. But you just, you're an explorer, you're adventurous. You want to see what was up. Past experiences rule this experience, even if it's the opposite. Okay, own. All right, ownership. So even if you and this person had a positive connection, their past negative connection had ownership over this connection. Ownership. When you think about ownership too, you think about the devil card because that is literally the devil card always has the two people in chains. Okay. So devil energy, but also like ownership. Okay. Like their past experience owns this one, even if this experience was positive to you. Okay. So that's what I have here. And where should we start? Let's get into your reading. Okay. All right. First and foremost, let me show you this one. I gotta cover the little bitty parts, but we have destructive here. So something was very destructive to your psyche. Someone also here is very destructive. Okay, they could be self-destructive as well. I'm getting Scorpio vibes for some reason, or maybe a water sign. All right, we have baby bottles. Someone acts childish. Maybe you didn't see this at first, but someone's childish side came out. Like their inner child, like someone, their most pain hasn't come from their adulthood. Their most pain came from their childhood and it came out towards you. Okay. Negative. Someone is a negative thinker. Someone processes things really negatively as well. So even after things happen, even after conversations happen, maybe you and this person have a good day, a good night, a good experience. They process things in a very negative way. All right. Also, I don't know what this is. Let me look this up really quickly because this keeps coming out and I don't know what it is. So let me translate that to you guys. All right, guys. So I had to look this up. So it's Ulex europaeus. So europaeus sounds like a European. It's a plant. Obviously, it's a plant. So it sounds like a European plant. So UK. Did I say something about UK? I think I did, right? Toxic waste. So UK is very like significant for whatever reason. or Europe is very significant for whatever reason. Okay. I don't know if somebody lives there. I don't know if you live there who's watching. I don't know if you traveled there, you met someone while you're traveling on a whim. I don't know what that's about. But every time I see this card, it's only come out a couple times since I have this deck, but they have this word, it's called gorse bush. Now, gorse bush, I think, okay, I have the meanings here somewhere, but I always thought it's because this woman, I wish I could show you guys, but on her middle piece, she has a bush. So like maybe that's another thing too, like whoever my feminine is, there's a bush there and this person was going for it. Maybe they found that sexy. I really need to put a warning before I do this video. I'm going to put a warning in the beginning, okay? But maybe someone liked your bush. They didn't care. They wanted to see what that bush was talking about, okay? Every time I seen this, I always thought like a bush? Like what is that? All right, so in Celtic or Oakham symbol, gorse is a shrub that can blossom randomly at any time of the year, so it's an omen of hope. The message is that things which were falling apart start to reassemble themselves, even when timing feels random or out of your control. Okay? Gorse represents the shift from hopelessness to resignation into renewed faith. Someone stuck in a what's the point mindset, moving towards trust that things can still turn around even after long term discouragement. Its core theme is hope reborn after despair, tenacity that survives tough conditions. Okay, so hope returning after a period of feeling stuck, defeated, like nothing was moving. When this person met you, I have to say, Paul number one, they were very hopeless. They didn't feel like life was worth living. They could have really been on the edge of the cliff. You are the one, almost like in a Fool card, when you have that dog that kind of warns the traveler of like mistakes or taking uncalculated risks or just doing something that's really going to end their life. Okay, you were that dog, you were that loyal and faithful to this person as they feel very destructive in their life. Okay, so this person's super destructive. You really helped them or talked them off the ledge. This person could be a little uncontrollable. They also come off very sharp. But when you came into their life, you taught them control. All right. So that's a big, valuable lesson that you gave to them. But I'm also getting someone's bush, like a feminine's bush, which is beautiful. Hair is beautiful, guys. Like I just literally did a wash day. Hair is beautiful. Okay. In all places, your armpits, your middle piece, hair is beautiful. Even if you have hair on your toes, beautiful. Okay. It's part of being human and just being like a powerful being. So, whatever. All right. Also, other oracle that's coming out for you guys, we have the North Star. So again, you have the energy of the Fool, Aquarius, Aries, of just kind of guiding this person. Maybe even your inner guidance guided you towards this person because you met them on a whim. It wasn't like you forced it. It wasn't like you were, it's not like you put the address in a navigation system. The navigation just sprung up some type of address. You just followed it spontaneously and you met this person. Okay. So North Star, following your inner guidance, following that North Star, both of you guys were led to each other. I feel like something that matches between you and this person, you guys have both similar values. Y'all could have talked about family, especially with the trauma here. Okay, especially with the trauma, you guys could have had deep conversations about family, about parenthood, maybe even about marriage. Okay. And it matched. You guys really like, I feel like the first conversation that you and this person had, they liked what you had to say, you liked what they had to say. Okay. And there's this inner knowing that there's something really strong here. And I'm going to confirm that for you guys when we get to that portion. But there is confirmation that there is something really strong here between you and this person. Now, when this person met you, they were doing some type of clean sweep with the broom. They were really trying to change some things in their life, trying to get rid of things. I feel like this person feels like they met you before they were prepared or ready. And it may feel like you are so prepared, you're so about it, you could inspire this person with the North Star. And they just feel very, very much like not ready for this connection at all. Okay. It could trigger some abandonment. Like if I'm not ready and this person sees that, will they leave me? Okay. So this person just really had a lot of fears when it comes to you, especially with the North Star, which is Aquarius energy. Star energy is like beauty and like aesthetics. So whether you're a masculine or feminine watching, you are just very, very, very beautiful or very handsome to this person. And maybe they don't feel that way about themselves, even if you see that within them. It also is an energy of healing. So maybe you're way more healed through your trauma than this person is, and you just met an unhealed person, no matter how they faced you the first time. And also, star energy as well is like popularity. So this person considers you to be popular. Maybe they feel like you have friends, like maybe you guys have like been around each other and then your friends keep blowing you up, or social media, you may have a lot of followers, okay? Maybe if you have ownership, which is business or something that you're owning here, this person feels like you just have a lot of popularity. So that also could have scared them away as well. Is that your problem? No, okay? But this person just seems to be a little bit insecure. We also have loons here. Loons is a very interesting card. I really recommend that you guys pause and read the cards here, okay? But especially loons. Loons talks about uncommon bonds. Wasn't even looking for this bond and it just happened, okay? It also talks about manifesting your deepest desire. Someone really wanted this, but they wanted it when they felt like they were ready. They're like, I'm not even ready. But they've been wishing on a star, right? So you came through. You also helped them to reawaken their lost hopes. Okay. So this is a very special card coming out. Also, too, if you look really closely, there's two parents here and there's a little baby here. So you and this person definitely talked about values, family, motherhood, fatherhood, having children. Even if you have children of your own, like about who how they would be as a step parent, things happen really quickly. Maybe even that first conversation that you guys had or the second one. And I feel like a big issue that kind of caused the demise of this connection so far was fish. Someone felt like you were way more abundant than them. They felt like you had more money than them. You had the better job. You have investments, ownership. You have resources. You're living more lavishly than them. What can they bring to the table? That really made someone second guess this connection. All right. So what we have here that's coming out for you and this person, we have the Three of Pentacles, which is the card of collaboration. I feel like something ended when you and this person started to make real plans. If this was real plans to meet each other in person, if this was real plans for them to come meet your family, if this was plans to go out the country and go on a trip, if this was plans to start something together, some type of creative project, some type of passion project, even if it's real estate that you and this person want to get into it together, they felt like they couldn't back up what maybe they translated to you. So say someone said, "Oh, for the end of the year, I want to go like traveling maybe to like the Bahamas." Okay, I'm just making some stuff up. It's like, "Oh my god, yes." And you started looking up hotels. You're like, "Yes, it's going to be so much fun. Me and this person have deep chemistry. It's going to be the most lit vacation I ever take." Once this person's seen that this was actually real and this is not a hoax and that you were actually serious about moving forward and that you're serious about them, they capped out. Okay. So something ended once you and them started making plans to move forward, to have forward progress. Once this person actually had to show up and do something real about moving forward. It's like, I'm going to do it, but what are you going to do? Okay. Even if you didn't put that pressure on them, you could have just thought like, "Oh, I thought we're on the same page and we're moving forward together." If you want to make plans about moving in together, if you want to make plans about like coming to my family's dinner, okay? Christmas is coming up, Thanksgiving is coming up. If you want to meet my children, okay? I've been talking about you, like come meet my children. Something ended there, and I know that because we have the Three of Swords here. Okay? So you feel very hurt. You feel very, very hurt by something because it almost feels like you were blindsided. Like you didn't know that someone was so scared. Okay. You didn't know that. It's almost like you're, I don't know. I don't know. There's confusion here because it's like, okay, if we're on the same page, we're working as a team. Why am I feeling heartbroken? That doesn't make sense. So there's almost like something that doesn't make sense to you. Okay. And we have the Knight of Wands here. Okay, so you're determined to like, even though someone disappointed you, it's not the end all be all. it's not a deal breaker for you. Okay. You've tried to work with this energy. You've tried to be like, okay, let's get back on track. Like, I don't know what the insecurity is. I don't know what the problem is, the delay, the detour is. Okay. I don't know why you want to slow down. Okay. So, like, what is it? And you're very determined to try to, like, you have a fighting spirit of fighting for what you want. Even though this could have been happening really quickly between you and this person, you still are willing to fight for it, okay? So let's get one message about this person's current energy towards you. I just feel like this person's not as prepared as you are. You were not prepared anyway, right? You and this person met each other on a whim, but you still have, like, maybe your life is more in order than this person feels like theirs is. And even if you wouldn't judge them for that, even if you're willing to be a team player as they do get their shit in order, this person is not willing to put you through that. They think too highly of you. Okay. So let's see what's up here. What is this person's current energy towards pile number one? Nine of Pentacles. They feel like you are better off alone. They see you as someone who lives your life in lavishly and luxury, excuse me. They see you as someone who has really worked really hard and you afforded yourself the good life, and they don't feel like they're at that place yet. So they're almost willing to, like, end things, 10 of swords, and just be done. Also, I feel like this person has embarrassment. They may feel like also you're way more mature than them, and I do feel that way because I do see emotional immaturity here with the destructive card. It said baby bottle, so someone still acts like a child. So yes, but I don't feel like you knew that in the beginning. If you would have knew that, maybe you wouldn't even been attracted to this person. So you've seen their mature side, but now they're resorting to be a baby because they're maybe trying to victimize themselves. I don't know. Okay. Oops. This person sees you as the King of Wands, even if you're a feminine. But if you're masculine, of course, this is a compliment, but they see you as someone who's a go-getter. You have incredible motivation, determination. Also, when you speak to this person, you're very motivating. You do speak like a motivational speaker. Maybe because that's helped you in your life. That's helped you a lot when you were down and out, through your trauma, through your demise, through your disappointment. Staying optimistic has really helped you. Staying busy, setting goals has really helped you. So maybe you're trying to show this person that part that helped you through your storm or helped you through your downfall, but they are not, it's almost like someone who just doesn't like to take orders on top of that. Okay, like King of Wands also could be like physical, like a personal trainer. And there's some people who will pay for a personal trainer, but they don't like being told what to do, and they don't end up committing because it's too much for them. They feel like a loser. They don't feel like they're strong enough. And then on top of that, they have someone motivating them every day, whether they're positive motivation or like toxic motivation. They just don't like it. And then they end up just like losing out on their investment. They don't even show up for the rest of the month. And that's just real. Like certain people just cannot handle the pressure, and also they have this energy of not like taking orders, even though they may need direction. So I almost feel like that's your person here. Okay. We have Cupid's arrow. So I don't feel like this is the last time you're going to hear from this person or speak to them. It tells you to have faith in this connection. Love is coming. Surprise invitation or meeting. Someone could surprise you. This person could be trying to surprise you, okay, if they're not speaking to you, but they're very hesitant because they do feel deeply intimidated by you. We also have here karmic ties. So this is a karmic, if you're wondering. It is pushing you to do something in your life, and you're pushing them to do something as well. All right. We also have twin flame. So you could be a karmic and a twin flame at the same time, I guess, right? This has kind of been a little toxic, but it also is very moving. It's very motivational, even if you have to fuel your heartbreak and use your heartbreak as fuel. And then last but not least, we have I'm coming back to you soon. So do expect to hear from this person again. They just don't feel competent. They don't feel like they're your equal. That bothers this person a ton. Okay. They feel like they met you too soon. They didn't meet you at the right time in their life. If only God would have gave them some more time. All right. So that's what I have for you, pile number one. Guys, please make sure to like the video. Also, send this video if you feel like this video will help one of your friends, your family members, a coworker, whoever, send it to them. Okay. They may feel like it's weird at first. They're like, what the hell is tarot? But maybe they need to see this. So just send it to them, please. And also, too, comment down below if anything I said resonated. And if you're new here, please, please, please subscribe because I will be dropping more videos like this very soon. If you feel called to watch another pile, then do so as well. I have some other channel messages that you may want to hear in that one. All right. So don't just keep yourself to one pile, spread it out, have some fun. This is your own free will. And with that being said, I wish you guys the best rest of August. Of course, we're going to be starting September together, and I'm excited about that. All right, guys, I'll see you then. Have a good rest of your day or night whenever you watch this. And until next time. All right, bye-bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome, welcome back to the channel. This is for those of you who wanted to, or felt called to, excuse me, pick the keep going and a U-turn sign. All right, so I do have some channel messages that I want to tell you guys before I get into the reading. I have a whole spread out here for you. I'm going to get into the nitty gritty. First thing I'm feeling about your person is like they are so hard to like love, okay? They're just a very difficult person to have hope for, to care about, to deal with because they can be so unruly at times, all right? But other than that, and that's something that just came to me just now, but other than that, the channel messages that I wrote, I got first and foremost start, stop. Okay, so there's a lot of start and stop. There's a lot of makeup to break up. There's a lot, okay, we're on the same page, and then I see that we're not. And I also feel like you do a really good job of like setting boundaries or just holding yourself to a certain standard. So you do give this person chances, which I'm pretty sure the people closest to you do not like and probably judge you for. But I will commend you because I feel like once you feel like this person is derailing, you're off that ride. Okay. So, yes, I may give this person a second chance, a third chance, a fourth chance. But as soon as I feel disrespected, I feel like they are pushing against my boundaries, I let go. Okay. So, maybe a lot of start and stop started with this person being out, but for the most part, or most recently, you've been the one out and you are setting the standard of how you want to be treated. And even though you give this person chances, I still want to commend you for at least, having that no tolerance policy. Okay. Because it should be commended. All right. So if you don't have any friends or family who you can talk to about this, maybe you exhausted the confessionals with your friends and family, I see you. Okay. So start and stop. I also wrote down risky and risking it all. Okay, so that's another thing. If your family really hates this person, if your friends really hate this person, if your children really hate this person, it's a risk every time dealing with them. You also know that you're risking your heart. Okay, your heart can only take so many stabs. So there's that energy, but this person could be very risky as well. They risk also their own lives. So I don't know what that means. This person is like very much daredevil energy, and you wonder, like, do you even love yourself? Okay, so that's something you could have like thought in your head or asked them. All right, also, always coming back around. All right, so this person is never really done between you and them because they always come back around. Even if you've cursed this person out to no end, where you said your final words and you're like, you really let them have it, they still come back around. There's nothing so reckless of you that you could do that this person won't still try to find a way to reach out to you. And there's nothing so reckless that they can do, obviously, too, that you don't come back to them. All right, so that's what I'm seeing as well. All right, so always coming back around or reaching out. All right, your story with them is in the future, not now. Okay, so that's what I wrote down. Your story with them is in the future, not now. Okay, and I think that's why it's telling you to keep going. And U terms are not advised by your sign. Okay, so keep going, keep focusing on you, keep going after your goals, even date other people because your story with this person is in the future, not right now. If you continue to deal with them right now, they're going to continue to hurt you. And that's just what I wrote down. All right. So Spirit really wanted you to know that. Also, rule breaker. This person's a natural rule breaker. They're a natural daredevil. They're a natural, what word do I want to say? Like flight risk as well. Flight risk. They like to like flee when they're in the wrong. Okay. So this person's a breaker. They're not someone who likes to conform. So that's one thing. Oh, that's what I wrote down. Nonconformist. Okay. They're a nonconformist. Okay. Also, consequences. Okay, this person comes with a lot of consequences. Dealing with them always comes with consequences, but even in their own life, they breed consequences for themselves. Is I see you like thinking or asking this person, like, aren't you tired? Aren't you tired of running? Okay, so consequences. So I wrote down jail, suspension. Someone's been in jail or incarcerated. You could be dealing with someone who's incarcerated, prison, jail, suspension from their job, okay, suspension of some sort. Or if they play a sport, say this person's like a boxer, okay, or they play another sport, like they're an athlete, they could be a big athlete. Suspension, always getting themselves in trouble, always doing the naughty thing, like a bad child, okay. Fired, this person has been fired from multiple places, and also break up. So consequences with you break up with them, okay, or even other people that they do get in relationships with, those people break up with them too. Addictive energy, someone's an escapist. Someone really has strong addictions to the fast life, the high life, whatever that may mean. Law of detachment is going to be your best friend in dealing with this person. Once you detach from them, is when they're going to start acting good. That sucks. Like, who wants to hear that? Once I stop caring and I kind of just put them into my tunnel vision, like, or on the sidelines, that's when they start acting right. But you've experienced this with this person already. So, like, law of detachment. Okay. So, law of detachment is here. Also, your life was drastically changed because of them. So, these consequences also bleed over into your life where your life was changed because of them. One of the most known stories is like doing things for a person that involves your name. So if your good name helped them to get a job, if your good reputation and name helped them to live somewhere, if you put your name on a lease, if you put your name on a car, if you put something, okay, a storage unit, I don't care what it is, your good name has been affected because of this person. So that's also should be something that you're wary of or you feel tired of. Also, I was getting Aries and Pisces, okay? Aries, Pisces energy. I don't know why. Aries is very impulsive and childlike and baby energy and acts innocent when they get in trouble in the negative polarity, okay? No shade to my Aries. There's a lot of positive qualities about Aries, but we're talking about like this person and consequences. And Pisces gets themselves into consequences from being an escapist, escaping reality, escaping responsibility, and fantasizing and not living in true life. Okay. So Pisces energy as well. And it says good girl going bad. So some of you guys were like a good-natured woman, good-natured man before you met this person, and this person turned you bad, kind of turned you cold, heartbreak turned you cold, something like that. And also disturbia. Okay, so dealing with this person could be a nightmare. So I was getting Rihanna energy. I don't know if that's like this person listens to Rihanna. I don't know if you guys have talked about Rihanna. Maybe someone has good fashion like Rihanna. Maybe that's you. Okay, that's, or maybe someone sexy like Rihanna. I don't know, but Rihanna. Or if it's not Rihanna too, okay, if it's not like whatever, I don't know what this Rihanna thing is about, but like radio music, right? So if you listen to the radio, they always play throwbacks. And maybe one time you were in a car with this person and like Disturbia played and you're like, oh hell no. Like you already knew what that meant. I don't know. All right. So Rihanna, someone could be a big Rihanna fan. I don't know. All right. So that's what I have for you guys. So starting off here, we have haughty. This person's very haughty. Oh, okay. Haughty is like something. I have to cover the little bitty parts. Haughty. Okay, so your person's very haughty. We have bee sting here. Move away. All right, so when you get too close to this person or you get too close to decoding their fears or their traumas or what they're going through, when you're on the money about something, if you say, oh, like say this person is very consequential and escapist, like maybe you know that when they drink, they act a fool. So when you accuse them of doing that, like, oh, have you drunk tonight? They literally like wild out on you, okay? Or if they hang around a certain friend that you know is a bad influence and you're like, oh, you're hanging around Scar. You're hanging around Scar again. Like, I know you're hanging around Scar. And they're like, they get defensive and mean and nasty. They attack you. So when you're on the money with this person, they attack. Okay, when you're too close to their truth, they attack. Also, move away is here. Someone tried to move away, but they still are equally destructive as when they live close to you. So move away also could be like jail, prison. So I don't know if your person's in jail or prison. Move away could also be like moving away from a job. Maybe they moved away, period, to another state, another city, but they're still equally as destructive. It doesn't matter. And this person could be doing a lot of reflecting. And when they do reflect about their actions, they redirect. So this person has a hard time taking accountability. We also have Sweet William here, which I think is a flower. It says false bravado. This person is not as confident as they come off to be. It's a false ego, or they have an ego death right now, and they're very artificial as well. So this person could put on and try to act like they're one thing and they're not. You have caught them a lot in lies, not even towards you, towards other people. So like for some of you, say this was like a third party situation. The third party thought this person was souped up and cooped up, and you're like, no, they're not. This is who they are. So they put on a lot of like falseness, like they pretend to be things that they're not. I don't know. Okay. Also, steps is here, and I'm gonna show you guys this really quickly. All right, look at the steps. It's de-escalating, it's going down. This person has had a downfall in some way. This person also probably has a bad reputation based off of their actions, consequences, okay? You have also tried to de-escalate this person's behavior. So if they're a fighter, especially with that Aries energy, they could be a big fighter. Um Very impulsive. You have really tried to like de-escalate a lot of situations with this person. They don't like being confronted, okay? And their potion or what they need to take right now is being humble. Kendrick Lamar, Gemini energy, be humble. Sit down, all right? So that's this person's potion that they need to take, but they're probably avoiding at the same time. We have bridge here. You and this person are going to be speaking soon. There's going to be some type of communication. Also could be third party energy that brings you and this person together. So I don't know, that comes out in a lot of different ways. This could be a mutual friend or a family member who really values you, may bring you guys together, put you guys on a three-way call, um, invite you to an event and they're there, invite you over and then you guys speak. It almost feels like you guys need a mediator, okay? Also, I'm getting like baby mama, baby daddy. So like who if they do have children with a baby mom or baby dad, it's like their baby mom, baby dad may reach out to you to console the situation because you're better at handling them than the person they had children with. Okay. So like they're not able to console them, they're not able to handle them or put them in check. You're the only person who really gets through to this person very weirdly. So third party energy, this person's mom or dad may reach out to you, their sibling, their brother or sister may reach out to you, their parole officer may reach out to you. I don't know. Okay. So that's what I'm getting here. We also have avalanche. Okay. This person's going to make another mistake soon. It's going to be like an uncontrollable force. That's what avalanche is. A lot of things are going to come crashing down on them and they're going to need you. Okay. You have to decide what you're available for. Are you going to help this person or do you feel like they need to be more responsible and help themselves? Okay. I feel like that's something they're going to battle. It's very unexpected, but you're used to the unexpected with this person, by the way. Someone's going to get themselves into some type of trouble, and the first person they're going to call is you, or you're going to hear about it. You have to make a decision whether you help them or you don't. A lot of you guys are going to help them because, there's a lot of love here. Okay. And we have even cards that clarify that. But you could be getting tired of that. Okay. So if you don't help them, you reach your boiling point, you're like, no, help themselves. But some of you are going to help this person is like, I don't want to be the one, like I don't want that type of relationship. I want someone that we can grow, not that we're moving backwards or downstairs. I don't want to move downstairs with you in the basement. If anything, we got to be in the attic or on the mountain peak. Okay. So that energy is here. Also, too, bad timing for you and this person to meet each other. I don't know why, but we have cracked egg here. So things are really good, but it was a false start or poor timing, or it has failure to launch. And then okay, so like maybe you met this person when they were going through some type of consequence. They try to hide it from you, but then it came out. You were very like accepting because you were trying to be like very like loyal and just like, I'm not going to judge you for your downfalls. Everybody has downfalls. But this person almost wishes that they met you after they weren't going through consequences. They wish they met you on a clean slate. And because you've seen them in that bad area, they almost feel like, again, trying to escape that. Like they don't, when this person thinks about like how you guys first met, they hate it. When they think about like how things happen and if they disappointed you or if something embarrassing came out, they really hate that. Like that's something that really bothers them and they actively try to escape that all the time, okay? We have Falcon here. You are really like trying to teach this person how to rise above their discretions, rise above their mistakes, rise above their drama, their embarrassment. You're trying to show this person that they're able and they should be willing to make a new character of what they've been judged from. You're trying to show this person the strategy or skills they have, teach them focus. You understand that your person's in a transition. You're trying to get them awakened to their third eye or their higher self. Maybe some of you guys have even taught this person spirituality. Okay. Especially if they're in jail or prison. I know for a fact that people in jail or prison love spiritual things. I mean, that's the time that you need it the most. You need that star card energy of just like a miracle or hope, but they really do. So maybe you taught this person something. Maybe you read cards or you have Oracle and you read them for this person. Maybe you put them onto your favorite readers. Maybe you just teach this person about gratitude, even on their down days, something. You're like the falcon. And when you think about the falcon, it's like the arm. The person has it on their arm, but they have protection on their arm because falcons literally will dig into your skin. So with this person you have to protect yourself, but you also try to like teach them how they can lead themselves, like almost like push them into the deep end and go find and search and explore what makes you happy. But you also know that I got to wear some protection because when they come back, they always come back, right? They're going to dig into my skin. So it's something like that. Like this person's the falcon. You're trying to show them you're capable to go hunt and get what you want in life. You have all the abilities to go get what you want, go find some experience, put yourself out there, try new things, positive things. But they're always going to come back and you always have your protection with this person because when they come back, they're going to land right on your arm. Okay. So you are this person's rib in some way. All right, we have the star here. I feel like right now you're healing from things that have happened between you and this person. Also, too, you could have most recently went on some type of retreat where you are doing some spa-like activities. Okay, so you could be like going to a massage place where they have a pool, they have a jacuzzi. You may be doing some like spiritual stuff like meditation, sound bath. Okay, you also could be going to a med spa. So some of you guys are getting like med spa services. So like Botox, facials, um, maybe you're getting something done to your body contouring. Some of you guys could be like getting consultation for plastic surgery. Okay, because star is all about aesthetics. So your aesthetic is changing right before this person's eyes. And even though they see you healing and growing and like getting your best life, it scares them. Okay. So the star, but you're having some type of renewal and it shows that you're healing because in the past, when you were really down and out or heartbroken, you would have never done this. So you're really like taking good care of yourself. Your skincare is better. Your skin is getting better. Your hair is growing, is thriving. Your body is like snatched or it's about to get snatched. Your jawline, okay, something about that. Fillers, also I'm getting to lip fillers, cheek fillers, something that snatches you. You really are like pampering yourself in some way. Someone sees that. Now, on the other hand, this person is in the devil energy, so they could be drinking a lot. They also could be having meaningless sex. So I'm hearing promiscuous. I'm hearing promiscuous girl, wherever you are. I'm all alone, and it's you that I want. Promiscuous boy, you know what I'm on. I'm on its own, and it's in the down. Promiscuous girl, you're teasing me. I'm sorry, y'all. That's my song. But yeah, temptation. This person's in temptation right now. Temptation could be sex, obviously. And I have viewer discretion on here. Okay. Hopefully everybody who's watching is 18 plus. If you're not 18 plus, I just don't recommend you watching tarot. It could be very psychologically damning to the young mind. So if you are young, hopefully that you just are either a mature soul or, maybe you need to go play Roblox. Okay. But with the devil here, that could be drinking, that could be having, meaningless sex, that could be masturbation. Okay. That also could be like eating, like eating issues, whether you're eating too much or eating too less. Okay. The devil could be drinking, smoking, drugs, whatever that may be. Someone, while you're healing, someone is like de-healing. You understand what I'm saying? Not cute. And this is the thing. You're tired. You're tired. You're tired of dealing with this person. You almost feel like their time is up. But guess what? They're tired as well. This person is also feeling tired. I'm tired of running. I'm tired of escaping. Okay. So someone's ready to make a change. So it's almost like the build up before you end something. And same thing for you, the build up before you end something with this person. You're ready to end things with them. They're ready to end their lifestyle. Okay. So we have love here. So I do feel like it's real love between you and this person, obviously unconditional love. Okay. But you also have self love with that star energy. You ain't playing about yourself. Okay. You putting yourself first, 100%. We have oneness here in passion, affection, and attraction. Still attracted to this person, even though they're not being the best of themselves. They're obviously never lost attraction for you. They also may show you more affection. Okay. This person's about to make a switch up. I have to show you guys this. Bottom of this deck. Hold on. Sorry, I couldn't pull up the cards. We have the King of Pentacles. This person's thinking about cleaning up their act. But let me tell you something. Don't go for what ifs and can I's. Go for what is, So if they're not cleaning up their act today, don't pay them no mind. But I do see them thinking about this. So I just wanted to like be fair and show that to you guys. How this person feels about you. They want you to stay. So please stay is here. Okay. Mind to mind connection. Telepathy. Okay. Telepathy is here. Also, they feel like the power of this love scares them. You love them probably harder than their own mama, their own daddy. Scary. Nobody ever loved me like this, authentically, unconditionally. It's scary. All right. But doesn't excuse their behavior. And I feel like you are deeply frustrated with this person. And it's too many times that you've accepted or, accepted their apology, accepted their behavior, but you are getting so frustrated and you are healing, which is so beautiful. I want you to continue to put yourself first. Remember, I'm going to say this one more time. I wrote down for you guys in your channel messages the law of detachment. Okay, so maybe sometimes you do have to like let this person go and fend for themselves to have the happy outcome. And by that time, you just don't really give a damn. So who knows what the future will hold. But another thing I wrote was, where is it? Your story with them is in the future, not now. Okay. So just keep that in mind. But that's what I have for you, pile number 2. I hope this gave you a lot of clarity and insight. Please share the video. I asked that in pile number 1. Share the video with someone that you think may need this. If you have a friend, a family member, a coworker that you feel like may need this, share that with them. I would love that. Also, comment down below. Let me know what resonated for you. I love reading your comments. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here, because you definitely don't want to miss out on the next one coming out. And yeah, that's what I have for you guys. Okay. So I will see you in the next one. Love you guys. Continue to put yourself first. I'm excited to see what this star energy is. What are you getting done? What are you getting done? I want to know. Okay. And that's all. Until next time, pile number 2. All right. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome back to the channel, guys. All right. So this is for those of you who felt called to pick the Detour sign. And I do have some channel messages that I want to, give to you guys before we get started. And I have a whole spread here, and we're going to get into that after the channel messages. Okay. So even before, I have the channel messages here, but while I was getting prepared for your pile, I got the energy of a family vacation. So I don't know if you're going to be taking a family vacation soon. Maybe your family likes to do things for the holidays like Thanksgiving or Christmas. Family vacation, and this person that you could be in separation or no contact with, maybe they're supposed to be a +1. Okay, so I just get that. Or maybe even someone's wedding is coming up and like you were going to bring this person as your +1. All right, but detour. Okay, so the channel messages that I wrote, I have distractions and forceful. So something feels like a forceful distraction. Maybe this person really didn't want to meet you at this time, like they really weren't looking to meet anyone when you guys first met, but almost felt forceful, almost felt like divine intervention, like there was a energy beyond you and them that kind of brought you guys together. This person also could be trying to distract themselves forcefully because they could be thinking about you a lot during this time. And maybe this is even you as well, it could be mutual. Also got energy of third party. Feels like there's a third party in your connection. Now, I wrote down baby mama or baby daddy. So, like, if they do have children and, obviously they have a baby mama or baby dad, that person could be the third party, kind of putting a damper on the connection between you two. But I also feel like third party could be like even a friend, like a overbearing friend, a friend who doesn't understand boundaries. Maybe your person doesn't even give boundaries to this person, a friend who just seems like they really it seems romantic, right? You're like, "Oh my god, this person must want you," but I don't feel that way. It's more of an energy of like, I don't really get like romantic, even though it may feel that way. Like maybe you're dealing with a masculine, and there's another masculine who's just so overbearing, always has his two cents, always putting his business where it doesn't need to be put, or there's a feminine, whatever. I don't really get romantic at all, even from your person's part. Maybe it is from the third party's part. I don't know. But I just get this energy of like, because you are taking up a lot of their time or attention, this third party is upset. So something about the time that they have with them, the time with their children, the time with this baby mom, baby dad, the time with their friend, they're heavily distracted over you. And it makes this third party very agitated. Okay. So that's what I'm getting here. Also, I wrote down ex coming back. So while you were dealing with this person, their ex could have came back around. That also could have been a damper. Maybe your ex came back around. Also get distance here or long distance. So distance emotionally, someone could be emotionally distant or cold, but also there could be long distance between you and this person. Sudden change, no explanation. So someone switched up really quickly and there was no explanation behind it. And even when you try to ask for answers, they don't have answers. All right. So avoiding or avoidant attachment, avoiding the truth, even maybe you brought the truth up. Maybe you tried to like assume something that was going on in this person's life, and their avoidance means that you're right. So even though you felt intuitively or you had the truth intuitively, a lot of you guys for the pile number three are very intuitive. You may not even trust your own intuition, but your intuition is right on the money, and you brought it up to this person and you got probably no reply, or they avoided it, they tried to skip over it, change the subject. You were right. Okay, I don't know where this intuition came from your spirit guides. Maybe you just have that natural ability yourself, but I feel like you were right about something. Even if you weren't right about the whole assumption, something in that assumption is big truth, and it may be the most alarming thing that you said. Okay, so avoiding attachment, avoiding the truth. You don't know their real me. Okay, you don't know this person's real true self. Maybe they're putting on some type of mask, or they showed you their best side, but their true side could be very, I don't want to say negative, but just their true self is not what they're portraying, and they don't want you to get to know their true self. Maybe this person is very insecure. Maybe this person is very negative. Maybe this person gets irritated easily, they get angry easily. All right. So there's something that they're still trying to avoid you seeing about their true self. All right. What else did I write here? I thought I told you. Okay. Also, too, you and this person had a conversation where maybe you called them out on some type of truth that you know to be true. And their response was, I thought I told you. They never told you this. Okay. So, also, that brings up other questions like, who else are you speaking to? Did you tell the truth to someone else? Like, what is that about? Or are you just like, I don't know, sometimes delusion? So maybe you feel like this person's delusional because when you guys argue, you bring up truths and they're like, oh, but I thought I told you that. And it's like, no, wrong bitch. Excuse my language. And I have a viewer discretion before this. Wrong bitch, wrong dude. So it's like they're telling you things that they probably told other people and they think it's you. You can't keep up with your lies, something like that, okay? Also, too, avoiding accountability, that could be your biggest problem with this person. You hate that they won't be accountable. You also feel like you're someone who's very easy to be accountable with, right? So you must be a very unconditional lover, even with your friends, your family. As long as they come clean, you're ready to wipe the slate clean and you're ready to move forward. When people cannot be real with you, that's when you have issues. So it's almost like if this person just was accountable, you guys could have been moved forward, let bygones be bygones. You just want accountability. That's something that means a lot to you. You could be a very accountable person. You take ownership, okay? But this person just does not. Even if they're caught red handed, even if you have evidence, they just avoid accountability and avoid truth. And that drives you crazy, okay? What else did I write here? Blame. Okay, blame towards you. Also, on top of avoiding accountability, they blame you for certain things. They blame you why they're angry. They blame you why they didn't text you back. They blame you why they didn't show up. They blame you why they're acting a certain way, and that drives you crazy as well because you know that you're not crazy. Okay. Also, too, this person has said to you before, or they're going to say to you, nobody forced you to F with me. Okay. So F is, fuck. No one forced you to fuck with me. I feel like this person has said that to you or they're going to say that. It's almost like being caught in a corner. They have nowhere to hide, but they still don't want to take accountability. So they put the blame on you like, well, nobody told you to F with me. You're still here. Like if you think these things about me, if you think I'm a liar, if you think I'm a cheater, if you think I'm not accountable, nobody forced you to be here. Okay, so almost like just rudeness, a lot of rudeness from this person. And then upset about their circumstances. So this person's not upset with you. You didn't make them upset. Even forcing their accountability does not make them angry. They're angry about their circumstances where they feel like they're not able to move forward with you because their circumstances could be so effed up. Okay. And I even wrote something on the side because I ran out of room. I read, look at guys, this is my notebook. It says things you could do better. So this person feels like you could do better than them. Okay, they feel like you could do better than them. And so it just makes them really, really crazy. It really, really does. Okay. So, starting off, let's talk about this person. I feel like your person is experiencing some type of burnout. All right, they could be deeply burnt out, working long hours, working a lot of days throughout the week, burnt out, taking on responsibility from other people, not having a lot of accountable people in their life, so that's why they lack accountability because they have people who just push out their responsibilities on them and they just take it without setting boundaries, and so that's why they reflect that on you. So almost like what they reflect on you is what they're dealing with on a daily basis, which is not right. It's horrible, but that's just their reality. So burnt out. I also feel like your person spends a lot of hours in front of a computer. I'm getting cybersecurity. Okay. But also, too, this person, what else is computer work? Like maybe they work in sales, maybe they work in some type of like customer service, security, cyber security. And even if they don't work in front of a computer all day, when they go home, they get in front of a computer. So your person could be like into gaming or they make music. That's what I'm getting. Like they make music, they make their own music. They may be like an engineer for other people. Okay, they could be an editor of some sort. Okay, their work may also require them to check emails all day, things like that, customer service, things like that. Okay, but it says business and work. So, some type of computer work is draining them, but they're almost addicted to it in the same sense because we're all addicted to our computers. All of us are addicted to our phones. All of us are addicted to. I work on in front of a computer, right? So it's like that's that. And then even when I log off of here, I'll be on my phone on social media. So someone's addicted to social media or something like that and it's burning them out. This person has no energy to even date you. That's the problem. Okay. It's not even about this person being a liar, not being accountable. The reason that they're not accountable is because they have a low energy tank. They have no energy to fight with you. They have no energy to date you. They have no energy to show up. They have no energy to remember what you guys talked about on your last outing. That's the problem. This person is super burnt out. Okay. So empty tanking drain. And what they need to do is unplug, but this person may feel like unplugging is going to slow them down in some sense. I almost feel like your person also has two jobs. Like they work a main job and they have a side hustle. They work a job and they have a part-time job. They work different hustles. Okay. So they have their day job and they're working some type of hustle. They're really trying to get out the mud. This person feels valuable when they're making money, but it's draining them. It's draining them badly. They may not have good order, knowing how to like, okay, this person having 2 hustles is not a bad thing. Like, we all should have 2 hustles. That's how you make your money. You need to have different sources of income. This person may have a hard time working smarter, not harder. So they work harder, not smarter. And I also get this energy of like their their routine outside of work is effed up. So if they're going out to the bar or to the club with their friends the night before, and then they get home at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then they go to sleep and they gotta wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then they do their first job, then they get off and they have 2 hours off of that work, and then they go into their side hustle, you know, and do that. It's like their routine is messed up. They may need to sacrifice certain things to have the order that they need to make the money that they want to make. So, like, that would mean not going out with your friends every night. That would mean going to bed on time. That would mean unplugging from social media. That would mean getting organized. And that's the problem that this person has. It's not really that they're just a go-getter or they're um money focused. I mean, it's not really that's not really a problem. The problem is the routine and the influences and the environment. Okay. So maybe you see that about this person. What's burning them out is their environment or their influences, not making money. Making money and having a good bedtime and then waking up on time and make sure you're nourishing yourself and eating good and doing things for yourself and having a good balance. That's really the thing. They don't have a good balance because of all the other negative influences that they try to incorporate in their week. Okay. So that's a problem here. Now, when you were dealing with this person, I feel like you taught them a good balance, but I'm gonna get to that in a second. I'm gonna get to that in a second, okay? So let's start with this. I'm sorry. I'm like breathing hard because I'm channeling your person. They are just tired. This person's like tired. Even when you want to correct them, or even when you want to, bring up something that you feel like is hurtful, they don't have the energy to even respond back. Like they care, but they just don't have the energy. It's like, okay, I know I made a mistake. I know I messed up. I'm sorry. But I don't even want to talk about this right now. I just want to go to bed. Okay? So it's something like very exhausting here. So this person thinks of you very highly, by the way. We do have trophy here. So when they met you, they felt like they won at life. They feel some type of victory. They feel like you have a great reputation. All right. They feel successful when they're around you. You've given them some really positive experiences. They feel like really important dealing with you. Like you're a very important person. You may have high ranking in your job. You may have high ranking in your community. You may be someone who's very goal oriented and accomplish a lot in life. They feel very important, like VIP energy, very important person dealing with you. And you made them their confidence kind of like surge to the top. Okay. They also see you as a trophy, like something or someone to be dealt with nicely. They feel like you deserve more. They're just not able to give it to you in this tired energy. Also, too, child is here. All right, so children could be a big thing here. I don't know if you want children, and maybe you and this person talked about that, and you see them as like a good mother figure or father figure. They could be really great with their children. You've seen how they deal with their children, the rules that they have, the principles that they have with their children. You're like, I fuck with that. I like that a lot. There's also energy of a birth of a girl. So someone could have lied to you about their dealings before they met you. Someone could have said, I was single or I was just dealing with people, it's nothing serious, but they didn't tell you that someone is possibly pregnant by them or they're pregnant with a girl. So there's a birth of a girl happening in this whole sequence. That's for some of you. That's not going to resonate with everyone, but for those of you that makes sense, you feel heard right now, okay? But I also feel like this connection, if you are a go-getter, like this person says that you are with that trophy card, if you're an overachiever, if you are just like, You're like that King of Wands energy. You really get what you want out of life. You strive really hard, you work really hard. If that's you that I'm speaking to, you really needed to meet this person because it felt a lot of chemistry, but it felt very carefree. It gave you a break from circumstance. So it gave you a break from like overachieving every day, being running on, almost running on empty. You run on empty. This person can't do the same. Okay. I feel like someone's having a hard time keeping up with you, but this really like made you feel good because you could have been very lonely. You almost give me like Nine of Pentacles energy. Like you have luxury, you worked really hard, you have afforded yourself nice things in life, but the only thing that you're missing is that love connection. You met that through this person. You were hoping for more. It just has not run smoothly for you. So I feel like with this child energy, something really made you feel alive again. And that's why you attribute so much, feelings to this person because they're the first one in a long time that made you feel undeniable chemistry and kind of like sparked your soul. And I feel like you did that to them as well, but they're very intimidated by you. This person also sees you not only as a trophy, but as a chandelier. They see you as someone who has status. You are luxury driven. You like nice things and you afford yourself nice things. You have elegance about yourself. You enlighten them in some way. You illuminated something within them when it comes to their own personal goals. You showed them that it's achievable. Okay. And there's romance here, and this person thinks you're so beautiful, you're so handsome. They see you almost like as their like favorite celebrity. They feel like a fan around you, and that's the problem. You don't mind that. You don't mind dating beneath who you are, but that's your problem. You can't date beneath who you are because even if you see potential in someone, their insecurities will get the best of them. So it's like you need to date someone within your means, but it's hard to meet those type of people. And this was very spontaneous how you met this person, and it just kind of like puts you all the way upside down. That's what I'm seeing. Like what spirit is telling me right now, like my spirit guys, they're like, no, you're meant to date like that one. But how often can you run across that one? You know? Or even dating people that you feel like are on your level, they still give you problems. But I don't know. It's a lot of frustration for you, but it's also a lot of frustration for your spirit guides because they feel like you should follow your path and just be patient, and you will meet the person who's on your level who won't be intimidated by you. Okay. So the other piles, it was like, okay, maybe this will come back around and restart, but for you, you feel almost like a celebrity. And not saying that celebrities are different from regular people, like that's not what I'm trying to say, but like I feel frustration from spirit. Like spirit's like frustrated or like stop dating below or beneath, or like just be patient. There's a patience energy here. This person really threw you off your path because you guys have this undeniable chemistry. They did compliment you a lot in the beginning, but then that faded because they started to feel insecure. Okay. And on top of that, this person feels like they're working three times as hard to try to reach your level and not getting anywhere. Whereas you, they feel like things come easily to you, but I know that not to be true. You work really hard. Okay. So let me move on to this deck. Okay. Synergy is here. Synergy. You are very, very like intelligent. This is Einstein. Okay, this is Einstein. You're very, very intelligent. Gemini energy. Very, very intelligent on diverse topics or subjects. Okay. And you just really are just like that brainiac. And you have given this person a lot of ideas. You have given this person a lot of ideas to make it to where maybe you are. So you're like, oh, you could do this. You like this hobby. You could do this. You could break through. You're trying to teach them how to break past some type of limit, like how you have in the past. No one taught you, by the way. You did it by yourself. But you're trying to help this person. They are taking notes, but they're also not ready. Okay? They're not ready. You have a mentor energy that intimidates this person so bad that they can't focus on the bigger picture of just the ideas that you're giving them, which is blessings. All they can focus on is like, this person thinks I'm slow, or this person thinks I'm like their student, or they think that I'm a charity case. That's all this person can focus on, okay? The things that you give into them will work out for them way later in life. So there's still this energy of not reaching your potential because they will only listen to what you have, the advice you've given them, not now because they're so in their head, like literally like a decade from now. Then they'll finally reach that potential. But by that time, you have soared and skyrocketed like a rocket. Okay. So there's a lot of synergy that you guys have, but it comes sometimes the chemistry that's happening is your own doing. You understand? Like you are attracted to yourself. Do you understand that? I don't know if I'm making the most sense. Like sometimes when you're in like some type of session with someone or you're on a date with someone, the reason you enjoy the date is because you take charge of the date. You're the one talking, you're the one asking the questions, you're the one sharing stories and experience. And then you leave the date saying, "Damn, that was the best day I ever been on." But you took charge of it. You loved listening to yourself and your mindset, and that's why you enjoyed it. It's not because this person gave you some input, it's because you facilitate that. You love yourself, self-love, okay? So some of you guys really need to get into that. What I'm trying to get to the gist of here before we even get to it is that bliss will come once you start to enjoy the life that you afforded yourself. You have the Two of Pentacles here. Someone has like two jobs, multiple jobs. They're also, look, baby mama, baby daddy energy. Someone, even if you feel like, oh, no, 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 that's not my story. This person don't have no baby mama, baby daddy. Well, maybe that's something you'll learn in the future. You know, maybe in the future you'll see that this person has a baby on their hip and that was happening while you're talking to them. So that's something that could come at a later date. Or there is some type of third party energy here that this person has to cater to. I don't know if that's like a parent, a family member, a friend that's like looking out for them. They owe some type of debt to someone that they have equal play into. So that could be obviously children involved, or that could be someone who did a favor for them. That could be a friend. I don't know. But there's some type of third party influence. And this person feels like that they have to do twice as much as you to enjoy their life. Okay. So they just don't feel like they're on your level. Look at you. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is new beginning. So I do see that you and this person will have a new beginning, but I honestly feel like it's going to be the same narrative again. It's not going to change. So if you have to go through that for your own mind, go through it. It's going to be a beautiful start, but it's going to land flat again. And what you will see at the end is that you romanticizing your life of what you have worked so hard to afford yourself is going to be a much better life than what you were trying to do with this person. You could have been settling, honestly. Okay. You have a lot of bliss singular. And the reason I'm saying that too is because you have the chaser here, which means that you are chasing this person, which you were never meant to chase. That was never your narrative. That's not even what God written in the stars for you before you were born. You were never meant to be a chaser. You were always a leader. Okay. So feels very awkward for you, even doing this. Maybe you do have an abandonment issue, you know? Maybe you have been abandoned in childhood. You could have a missing wound coming from a parent. But even then, you know, there's a weird thing about life. Like even like the adversity that you're faced with is part of your it's part of your come up. Like you needed that adversity to become who you are. So maybe because you're such a leader, this, you know, in current time is because of what you lacked in your past. And it's bittersweet. It's like it's kind of effed up. I rather just would have had the love, but without that love, you've grown into this big leader, this big, almost like a celebrity or like someone who's very status driven. You've afforded yourself this status because of your adversities, okay? It's going to take you a little bit to get this. I feel like by next year, you're going to be on to the next. You have bigger and better things in tow for you, people who actually match your energy. You've been the leader and the teacher. You're about to have someone who teaches you. It's going to be the same energy of spontaneity, brand new. It's going to be brand new for you as well. You're going to feel like the child. You're going to feel innocent and feel like, oh my God, I never dealt with this before. So just wait on it. And if you have to continue chasing the rest of this year, nobody's judging. Okay. We have here, I never meant to hurt you. And I feel like that's real. This person really didn't want to hurt you. They just feel so adequate, excuse me, around you. And that's a fact. Look at this card. To me, you are perfect. This person didn't even think they're perfect. So even to give that to you is a big compliment. And it's scary for people who just don't have that confidence in themselves. Okay. And last message we have here is we are better off as friends. This person feels like if they were to be a part of your life, they would just ruin it or slow you down, or that you would be lowering your standards. And that's not something they're comfortable with allowing happening. Okay. This person also doesn't even have the stamina to keep up with you, honestly, truly. Okay. You may have a hard time like accepting that, right? Because you're so giving, you're so generous. You really have rich energy. Like a lot of rich people are philanthropists. That brings them a lot of glory in life. And you can't help yourself, but I feel deeply that if you just give yourself patience to understand this dynamic and give yourself until 2027, you'll be ready to move forward. And when you do, you'll be on the other side of the street. So you'll be the one who's learning from someone who really is about that life and teaching you a lot. And you won't have the insecurity that will self sabotage that. Okay. So just remember me saying that. But that's what I have for you, pile number three. I love you guys so much. Pile number three, you really surprise me, or I'm very like humble to you. Like I feel like you really are doing that big one in life. And don't let this slow you down, okay? All right, guys. So like the video, comment down below. Let me know what resonated for you. Share this with someone. If you have a family member, a coworker, a friend that could use this message, send this video to them. Tell them how it works too, because a lot of people don't know about pick a card. So tell them, go into the description box, go in the comments, pick up image and then go for it. And subscribe, guys. Also, if you want to hype the video, I wouldn't be mad about that. Okay. I love you guys a lot. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe because I will be dropping another video like this before the weekend ends. All right. So you want to make sure you catch that one as well. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. All right. Bye. Pile number three.